We were told at our 20-week scan that our baby had a major heart defect. This is Ruby. She's now healthy and well, but at 20 weeks, we had a really hard scan. We were told that Ruby had a major heart problem, that her major vessels of the heart were the wrong way round, and they also had queried a little bit of nuchal thickening with Ruby. So we were actually told by the consultant to prepare that she may not be compatible with life, and that was probably one of the worst moments of this whole process. We didn't see fetal medicine then for another week after to get a confirmed diagnosis of what Ruby had. But in the end, when we seen the consultant after a week, he told us that she'd been diagnosed with transposition of the great arteries and would need corrective surgery immediately after birth. I think we were in a lot of shock, weren't we?
Yeah. It was not what we were expecting to hear at all, but from that point we knew that everything was put in place to prepare us for what was ahead from the 20-week scan onwards. And so we had regular meetings with cardiology, fetal medicine in the Royal Hospital, and we also had 3 appointments down in Dublin with the Coombe Hospital and the Children's Our Lady's Children's Hospital down there as well. So we felt like everything was very well set for what was ahead of us, but it was still very overwhelming news to get in that time.
So we were told that that the surgery would have to take place in Dublin because there weren't services in Belfast, so that was a wee bit daunting as well because we were going to be away from family and friends. The plan was for me to be induced at just over 38 weeks with Ruby down in a maternity hospital in Dublin, the Coombe. So as you said, Alan, we met with the obstetrician and the cardiologist, and to be honest, our care and having the prenatal diagnosis it probably saved Ruby's life, but it also allowed us to prepare really well, because if Ruby had been born and we didn't know the diagnosis, things could have been very, very different. So we're very grateful for the prenatal diagnosis. Ruby then, after being born, was then going to be transferred to the Children's Hospital where she would undergo surgery. To be honest with you, everything went as straightforward as it could have. I mean, it was a hard pregnancy in that you didn't know what was going to happen. But yeah, everything went really, really well. You felt
that all bases were covered, and going into it, you felt as reassured as probably you possibly could be. And I think the support we got even in Belfast from the Children's Heartbeat Trust, and them being in touch with us to find out how we were doing, how we were coping. Even then, when Ruby had been born, as we prepared, it was 3 days afterwards that she had her surgery, and even in that period of time they were in touch to find out how we were.
They supported us financially as well, because there were obviously additional costs with travelling to Dublin and staying down there, but we were really well supported. The Ronald McDonald charity as well provided housing for us when we were down in Dublin. There were specialist nurses both in Belfast and in Dublin that were a massive support to us. And even when we were on the ward with Ruby, the nurses and the staff were just excellent. So when she was born, she was transferred basically from the maternity hospital to the Children's Hospital within 24 minutes. There was about 14 people in the room when I was giving birth, and she had her surgery 3 days post-birth, and it went really, really well, and she recovered. She was in ICU for 4 or 5 days.
4 days, yeah.
And then she was transferred onto the ward, and then we got home.
On day 12,
Day 12, yeah. So we had one little stopover in Clark Clinic in the Royal, and then we got home. And there have been a few bumps in the road. She had a little wound infection, when she got home, but again, there was lots of support up in the Royal, in the Children's Hospital, and the Children's Heart Centre. So that was detected early, and she was able to get a course of antibiotics. But to be honest with you, Ruby's had corrective surgery. She'll be under a cardiologist for life. It was an extremely stressful and difficult time, but if we hadn't known how well she would have done, we probably wouldn't have worried so much. And the support that we received was excellent, and the care that she received was first class. Really.
I think as well, one other big help for you was even support of other parents who got in touch with you. So either through Facebook or through other kind of health professionals who mentioned other parents who'd been through this and said that we could be in touch with them. So that was a big help to you, especially because you were able to talk to other mums who'd gone through it and all that. So.
So we had a very, very good experience all in all.